Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name is Charlotte and today we are taking a look at these two near identical vehicles, or are they? So of course, to my left and to my right, I have the 2023 Kia Niro EV. This is the premium, and over here I have the limited. So this is the base level for the EV and the top level, and then there is one in between them that we don't have. So today we are comparing these vehicles because they do have very different price points, but there's a lot of similarities between these two vehicles, so let's talk about that.
All right, so let's talk about it. I'm going to talk about what's different, what's the same, and what powers these vehicles. So that's something that is similar. It's the same on both vehicles, and that is the 64.8 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion polymer battery that powers both of these vehicles. It gives you 407 kilometers of all-electric range, 201 horsepower, and 188 pound-feet of torque. They're both front-wheel drive vehicles. This one has a heat pump. This one does not, and the middle range trim has a heat pump too. So let's look at some of the first similarities and first differences. Up at the front, you can see we have full LEDs on the Limited, as well as front parking sensors, just a couple more sharp styling accents. On the Premium over here, we have halogen and LED daytime running lights, no parking sensors in the front. We have both charge doors in the very front as well too, so I'll pop this open. Nice and easy, and it is illuminated, so if you are plugging in this vehicle at nighttime, you can see exactly where your charge door is. Both of these vehicles have battery preconditioning. There's a baby in here if you guys couldn't tell. And we'll take a look at our wheels. We have 17-inch alloys. They're exactly the same on both vehicles. I think they look absolutely stunning. Today we have a black Aurora Black Pearl and a Snow White Pearl vehicle with us today, and I think these colors showcase the wheels the best. It looks very, very sleek. Now coming on to the sides, some more styling elements that are the same and are very, very nice and new for the Niro. We have these lovely turn signal indicators located on the mirrors there. They are LED lights, very, very bright. Cool design too. We'll come to the very back. I'll show you some exterior differences on the Limited versus the Premium. First up, you'll see we have rear parking sensors and a power liftgate, which is a very, very first for the Kia Niro. Check that out. There is LED interior lighting in this trim level. Underneath the floorboard here, we have our mobility kit, so no real spare tire in any of the Niro EV trims. Close that up. And this trim even has a premium sound system. Let's close this up now and take a look at the back of the Premium. So it's a little bit more basic back here. However, styling still remains very much the same. Size-wise, we're going to be looking at the same amount of space as well. No LED lights inside this trim level, so you can see they're just regular lights. Same amount of space, like I mentioned, and you still have a very, very high-definition backup camera to make parking a breeze in this vehicle. Now I'll have Charlotte take a look at some of the interior differences.
Welcome to my Niro EV Premium. So let's take a look at some of the key differences on what features you get on the interior of this vehicle versus in the Limited, and also I'll talk a little bit about the Premium Plus as well. So for starters, you will notice that we have these beautiful, very comfy cloth seats. If you are looking for that little touch of leather, the Premium Plus does have the mix of synthetic leather and also cloth. Interesting combo. Of course, you have your steering wheel. This one is not heated. You would have to go again up to the Premium Plus for that. And some of the key features that you do get in this entry level is you do have your fully digital display. So your gauge cluster, also your multimedia interface, it's all fully digital, which is a feature I love, as well as you have the digital bar down here for your sound and also for your climate control. Heated seats, which is great. Oh, one thing else about the radio that I almost forgot is you do have the capacity for Sirius XM as well, and this vehicle, it does come with Kia Connect. So again, that's something that's super awesome to see when it comes to the entry level. All right, so we'll do a quick overview of just the interior of the cabin, and then Gabby is going to fire away, taking a look at the screen to give you guys an even more in-depth. It's a little bit easier when she's holding the camera to do it.
All right. So you can see our 10.25-inch gauge cluster. It is fully digital. Very informative, shows you your range at the bottom left corner, kind of hard for me to film that there, and then of course your odometer and your consumption. On the main screen here, this is another 10.25-inch screen. Ignore the dust and fingerprints, but this is one of our demos, so you guys can actually test drive this vehicle. You can see we have our EV specialized menu here that shows us what our battery percentage is at, what our closest charger is, and then what our distance to empty or electric range is with the climate control off. So we'll head to our main screen here. You can see we have tons of menus, things like quiet mode, which mutes the speakers in the back of the vehicle, even a climate control screen where you can adjust and see what your temperatures are at, as well as turn on these really cool features that I don't even have to think about anymore. So recirculated air when you activate your washer fluid, things like entering tunnels. It is so in-depth and cool. I absolutely love this. You can also turn on your driver only climate control. You can turn it off, change the temperature, everything. Even the fan speeds are through here. Alternatively, you can use this bar down here and then flip it over to your navigation or media controls with a touch of this, not even button, it's a screen button. Below here, you have USBs and a USB-C, a lot of dust, but once again, we use our vehicles. Heated seats for driver and passenger, parking camera, which you can press and look at your camera on the fly. This is the same in the Limited, of course, but I'll just give you guys a quick overview. Lots of space here.
It's a dog hair. I think that might be mine.
Very nice. And lots of space in the rear. All right, let's check out the Limited.
Gabi, get over here. We're doing this one now. Okay, so now we are in the Limited. As you can see, it does have a little bit more of a luxurious feel. You can even tell just by having the leather. Woohoo!
Power passenger seat too.
Power passenger seat. There you go. How nice is that? We love it. But I'll have Gabi just step into the car and we'll go through some of the features on here. So you do have your heated steering wheel this time. It's very comfortable to hold. Something else great in this vehicle is you do have your memory seats. So if you have more than one driver in this vehicle, it's excellent to have that because it saves your seat at the touch of a button, which is way more comfortable. We still have the same digital gauge and also your entertainment system, and then still same digital climate controls, media controls here. And then this is a lot more filled in with your buttons. You can see all of the features that we do have. Woohoo! Heated seats, air conditioned seats, auto hold, still with your parking cameras as well. Also, of course, you're going to have your parking sensors now, which you can see they are currently enabled. Turn the camera off there. Also, electronic parking brake. And then same thing is you still have your USBs, you have wireless charging, and also a USB-C as well. If we're taking a look now at the screen, we can go through the EV button, which is going to be very similar to what Gabi just showed you on the previous vehicle. Now, what is very interesting about this vehicle is it does come equipped with vehicle to load, which is your power transfer. So if you're unfamiliar with what this is, and it sounds like we're just talking some crazy acronyms here, we do have a video on that, and we'll make sure that that is linked below as well. And yeah, sunroof.
So beautiful power sunroof, and we even have a premium sound system. Harman Kardon. Wow. Another thing I really love about the Limited is just the little touches like the ambient lighting. I think it's very custom.
I think that when you sit in this vehicle, you're like, you can definitely tell that it is luxurious.
Yes, for sure.
So if that is your cup of tea, yeah, I could get used to this.
I could get used to this for sure.
Same in the back seat, still very spacious in the back. We do have the armrest down, that way you can see what it looks like if you just want to utilize the two seats.
And then that illuminated charge port over there is for your interior vehicle to load. You can also use the exterior vehicle to load using your vehicle's charge door at the very front. Woohoo. Pretty cool.
All right, the last thing I just want to show you guys before we wrap up this video is that this vehicle, we're still in the Limited, is equipped with heads-up display. So you'll see it projected just on the top of the Telluride's tire. I'm not too sure if you can see it, but it's in this vicinity. It's going to have your current speed, which is 0 kilometers because we are literally inside and in park. And then also the speed limit. It'll also show some of the other features from the vehicle. And then if you want to double check that it's there, if you can't see it, here is it pulled up on the screen. So this is where you can set it. That way it's set to your eyesight as well. All right, everyone, I've brought my assistant, my other assistant, to help as we wrap up this video. If you don't know, this is Evie, and we are talking about EVs today, so, you know, it's all fitting, it all works out. So when it comes to these vehicles, of course, we've shown you that on the outside, when it comes to styling, when it comes to powertrain, these vehicles are nearly identical, of course, with the Limited having the heat pump. That obviously is going to be your main difference. Now let's talk about price point. When it comes to the premium, you're looking at $44,995 as your MSRP, and then this is actually going to be $52,995 as MSRP. So there is a pretty hefty difference, but remember, there is the Premium Plus that is right in the middle of these two vehicles, if that is something that you guys are looking for. But both vehicles are eligible for the $5,000 federal rebate, so woohoo! That's really good. It really comes down to, if you're looking at EVs, what is going to be your preferred style and what's going to be your preferred price point as well. Because both with these vehicles, you're going to get great mileage, you're going to enjoy driving them, and just how easy it is to enjoy them. It just comes down to what tech features are important to you and if that's worth going up a trim or even two trims. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time on the Kia Hyundai channel.